Da 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 da. I'm thinking of a melody. I was whistling it. Not having slept this night because I was editing a video. So I was whistling this da 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 da. And I don't know where I know this melody from. Maybe I just copy it. And if not, this is gonna be a new song then. And this one I'm going to get to Esther. So I have torn it out. Maybe she can put it into water and there will be roots growing. She'll tell me, I'm a monster. I just went like this, it was in the soil and I just... So if it's not working next time, I will take some tool and manufacture this extraction with a tool, And by that I will sure hurt more of those roses than just hurting this one right now. So I'm not a monster. I'm just not wanting to use any metal on soil, So yeah, this weather today is like, it's gonna rain. So I got a rain jacket with me. And again, we are heading downward. Ooh, yeah, and my cat hasn't returned. Just before I left, the black cat was around. And I was like coming out of the door. And he was leaving. Like, he had like 2 bites of meat and a little bit of coffee cream. Not much. And already I appear. With him it's always like that because I know what I put out there. So the big birds have been taking the cat food, and then the little birds, they came for the cheese, and then the white cat came for the coffee cream. So the white cat was already there. But the tiger, I haven't seen him. Now it's been a week. I'm like having a lot of fantasy. So tonight, last night, I didn't sleep. I edited a video. So I was not really... I planned to go out and look for him. But when I had crossed the wood, there was a fence because the cows were on the other side. So I was not really... This is so funny. This grow, all the stones that this tree is hugging. Can you see that? The roots? And this one really grows. It has leaves. A linde. It's good to know a few trees. So this one would be ahorn. I think maybe it is lime tree, I'm not sure. I once looked up a silver linde, and that one could be lime, but I'm not sure. So yeah, because I was doing the video and the cows were on the other side of the wood, I went like, sorry, didn't want to cross that field to get to the stable on the other side, just to go... Mau Mau, the cat's name, So yeah, I did the video, it's on, it's called Gangster. This month and the other months, like 1.5 months, I have finished 15 videos. I was writing a letter to a monk, so I went onto the computer and I counted all the songs I have on my political song playlist and on the music Oyemine album. So it's like, hello, I'm a fast worker, and my videos now I'm gonna do they are good, for the song called Titanic on Board. I'm gonna do a clay pot, so when you fill in 100% full something, it'll tip over. But if you just fill like half, it'll stay and stand and be okay. So I once did a pot like this, but my mother was not really understanding what I wanted from her. When the second hand job would arrive, I wanted her to just give all my children's stuff away, like the books and the shelves and the furniture and the bed and the mattress and a lot of clothes and a lot of, klimbim we call it, little knickknacks, just all my extra stuff I had bought for the violin I once played, like, expensive stuff, not plastic anything, but stuff that wasn't any useful to me anymore. But then she also opened the toilet. We had a staircase, and in this house there was, on each level there was a staircase, an extra one. So there was one in the apartment, but my little room that was outside had probably this extra toilet. Like in earlier years they were like having, a family living, and then like some lonely not married teacher, something like that. So that was this room, the toilet, that I had put in all the really nice arty kind of handcrafts that I had made, like not really it was handcrafted, but it's rather sort of like games, like there were 2 tubes glued parallel onto each other, and they would support a third tube. On this third tube there was a plastic sack, and in that bag, in that bag were confetti. So you could blow with a hairdryer into that bag and those confetti would whirl. So something like that. I don't really recall in full. But with stiff paper, I had fabricated with a few simple cuts, like with a box, basically. I had fabricated the outlines in 3 dimensions of an elephant, and I had painted it brown because I didn't have any grey paint. Then I had like made a opening from the inside of that box for the eye, and there I put a glass drop through when I was performing this elephant. So it was a crying elephant. Just one eye would open like a garage door, 2 to 2 centimeters, like very funny. The other eye was closed and not even really, doing anything. So, and then out of one of these eyes, I could, with a string I had put onto that glass bit, it looked like a drop. So that one, I was kind of pushing out that little hole so that the elephant could cry. So that one she gave away. And this one very pot I already did, and I gave it to the oven to let it be burnt properly, like burn to get the clay sustainable. Like now you could put stuff into it, whatever you wanted. Yeah, I didn't glaze it, so the pot was still kind of letting water through. But yeah, that one was gone. So now I gotta do one of these, and it goes to the song, because like when it's Titanic on board, so it's like on board is like, it's a English haiku that I wrote. So now today I made this one very video. I finished it like a week. It took me to work on it every night. I went out and there was like lightnings and clouds and stuff that I would video and then put into my music video. So today in the morning I went like, I haven't slept. So I did the cover for my book. I started doing the cover because I was waiting for the postman. And then I was like, oh, shall I start the clay thing? But the thing is, I haven't really had a shower since yesterday. Yesterday I walked down, made no video the while, and then I was walking up again. And because it was so loud in that restaurant where I had the second coffee, I was starting to video. But then I did not upload that, but I uploaded the, not like my complaint about, there were like really loud people in that restaurant, like a man with a huge dog, and he talked the same way that the dog looked like, like wow, 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 and the whole hall was, he could have talked, with less decibel, please. So also today I ordered it's a water mist machine, because I figured up here the air is drier, so why not buy one of these and be in some sort of constant moist air. So why is that? Well, there's the band Tokyo Hotel, and they are kind of around again, because one thing is they were on late night Berlin, and I love to watch what Heidi Klum does with this man. And then I got into Tokyo Hotel because I thought they were kind of manufactured, but they are not, and I got some real nice information. He says that on radio his songs are not played. So, they're having sold a lot of music, but their music is not played on radio. It's because the media, as I told you, is owned by conglomerates, and 5 of them or 6, just those want to make money from all the, artists. So their own artists, sometimes even their own people, like Alanis Morissette, sure was a high up, and others as well. So if they play Tokyo Hotel, they come from Germany, Magdeburg, they have invented themselves, they are not from a elite family, they are not from the so-called peerage, like they don't have ancestors. It seems going back to, kings and dukes and barons, and as I told you on that walk when I talked about the genealogy of the high-ups and the red carpet they walk on, depicting the bloodline being from the elite. You can't know all the people on earth that are rich and wealthy and high up. So you need to have some sort of signaling that goes without words, like without languages. So it's their pyramid they have, and their eyes they have, and their 6 stars, and their 9s and 11s and 8s. It's like, yeah, all they do is try to get to these numbers. So when they create stuff, they try to signal to the others, it's a production. So yeah, I'll start again. So here we are. Bye now.